Everyman Driver Nation, say hello to the all-new 5th generation Nissan Altima. This week I've been driving the 2013 Nissan Altima 2.5 SV, a very sturdy midsize sedan with extremely competitive fuel economy numbers and a price that'll make you think twice about which vehicle you buy next to park in your driveway. Let's get started. Under the hood, the Altima has a 2.5-liter dual overhead cam inline 4-cylinder mated to a continuously variable transmission, which according to Nissan is lighter, stronger, quicker, and more fuel efficient than the previous 2.5-liter design. For example, this engine is more than 10 pounds lighter while adding 7 more horsepower for a total output of 182, while the torque is rated at 180 pound-feet. It also now has an aluminum exhaust manifold cover versus a steel one, a more efficient starter motor, and thinner cylinder head walls. Now, Nissan is shooting for a best-in-class fuel economy number of 38 miles per gallon on the highway, which would be 2 better than a similarly equipped Honda Accord. It's also projected to achieve 27 miles per gallon in the city. Now, I've put a lot of miles on it this week, and I've been getting in mixed driving 31.5, so Nissan is right on track. As far as the ride and handling inside the Altima, the steering is a little bit on the heavy side and turning radius is not that great. And it feels like I'm in a much bigger vehicle than I really am, which is to say it's very quiet and comfortable. No one's going to confuse this with being a sports vehicle, that's for sure. And some of that has to do with the CVT. So a little more on this transmission. Nissan says 70% of the parts have been redesigned, which along with a downsized oil pump, lower oil level and low viscosity oil results in up to 40% reduction in internal friction versus the previous design. The new CVT also features expanded gear ratio coverage with a lower first gear and higher ratio overdrive. This new control logic and expanded gear ratio coverage helps reduce noise and fuel consumption, as we just learned, while improving drivability and responsiveness. I will say this, accelerating in the Altima is very smooth and seamless and not a bit too overpowering. Apparently this is the next step in innovation. I'm sitting in NASA-inspired zero-gravity seats. According to NASA, the least fatiguing seats are those that come closest to a neutral posture. In other words, a relaxed position that the human body would take in a weightless environment. Apparently that's what you're in when you're inside the Altima. Utilizing a new articulated seat shape with continuous support from the pelvis to the chest and distribution of localized deformation characteristics, the zero-gravity Altima seats help reduce muscular and spinal loads and improve blood flow, thereby helping reduce fatigue over long periods behind the wheel. And seat surface perforations provide increased ventilation, breathability, and comfort. So I guess that means we're one step closer to being an astronaut inside the Altima. All right, legroom and headroom in the back of the Altima. And oh boy, there is a lot of room back here. This is extremely spacious, and I think this color scheme back here too creates the illusion of more space being light like it is. All right, I'm 5'11", as you all know by now, and this is the current position that I was driving in as the driver. And look how much space is between my knees and the back of the seat. This is phenomenal for a mid-size sedan, comparable to some full-size sedans. So this is great. Headroom is adequate, could be a little bit better, but sufficient for what I'm looking for. And overall, I think this is a very nice place to be. The seats, again, are very comfortable, and I like it. This is very spacious, and I would definitely sit back here for some road trips. All right, let's take a look at the cargo room and trunk space now. There are two ways to open the trunk of the Altima. You have a button here on the key fob. Press and hold that button, the trunk will come up, or there is one button below the icon, above the license plate, and to the side of the rear view camera. Press and hold that, and there opens your trunk. And inside is an amazing amount of space. I think it is phenomenal for a mid-size sedan to have this much space back here in the trunk. Lots of width and plenty of depth, and even more depth when you pull either one of these cords, which will fold down the back row seats. Now, there's also a spare tire just below the carpet and a styrofoam cover which has your jack. So that's also down below here. Now, I do listen to you in the comment section on the videos, and one of the comments was about giving us more examples on actually storing stuff in the trunk. I've used golf clubs, I've used mountain bikes, road bikes. Well, now I have a 30-gallon Rubbermaid container to put back here to show you realistically how much space you have. And this slides in no problem. In fact, there's enough room to put two of these side by side, but I have noticed one thing here. When you fold down or close the lid, there are these elbows here, these rounded elbows, and if you get the container too close, it'll stop and won't go down. So slide it over to one side and down it goes. And that's your cargo room and trunk space in the back of the Altima. The beginning MSRP here on the 2013 Nissan Altima 2.5 SV is $24,100. I also have the convenience and navigation package, so what you see right here is $27,000. I think for everything you're getting, including the extras, that's a really good price. After all, you're getting excellent fuel economy, the ride comfort is great, and it's something you definitely want to test drive first because in the end, it comes down to your personal style and preference as the Everyman driver. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson. Thanks for watching.
How do you know you're getting the best deal on a new or used car? Call 844-765-0610. Make one phone call to hear about all the great deals near you. We know all the brands and all the best deals. We're not a dealer. We're here to help you find the right car. Call 844-765-0610 today.